Hello, dear viewers. Thank you for joining me. It's Becca from Loving Seers Tarot and Readings by the Empress. And I wanted to do a reading on now what, turning into now what. Now that's corny as heck. But we can change our perspective. Instead of now what, how about now what good thing? What hopeful thing? What thing can we have coming in that our source is wanting to send? Our good and loving source. Okay, so pick your pile and we will begin to turn our now what into, hey, now what? Okay. So for those of you who chose this amethyst with this pretty chevron pattern, also known as the guardian stone, it's a very powerful protection. Any kind of negative energy directed toward you is blocked by this ancient stone. Used when meditating, amethyst brings calmness to the mind and helps with decision making if you have a decision to be made. So your higher self, your guides, your source gives you that stone, pile number one. Okay, so let us see what's coming in from source. With the Arcanum deck, we have strength. Woo! Divine strength and protection right there. And we have the Four of Coins. Wow. Wonderful. In other words, if you're afraid of changing, the winds of change, or things that feel like they could threaten your security, look at that right away. In your first column, pile number one, you have the answer that you have protection over that. With the Knight Waite, we have the Four of Wands and the Two of Wands. With the Light Seers, we have the Tower and the Two of Wands. Very interesting. Why did I not remember that the Tower looks so cool in the Light Seers Tarot? Okay, we'll clarify with the Smith-Waite Centennial deck. Okay. So right away, wow, pile number one, you may have a time, it might be a time where you feel like something has been a tower moment. It's a tower is going on now, like it has been, it's going on now, that kind of thing. And that can be, this really focuses on nature, doesn't it? Yes. It's like the tree, the abode, got struck for this little animal. Okay, well, you have divine strength and protection. And the Four of Coins suggests that you're keeping the security you have. For some of you, this is about your home. This is about your dwelling. And I don't know if that means that for some of you, there's been a tower moment that is requiring you to move or to fix something in your home, to, yeah, perhaps to move. It depends on your situation. But there may be a tower moment affecting where you live. Yeah, really, I see that for some of you, because the Two of Wands is that, world explorer. Like I've got the world in my hands and I'm looking at two different possibilities. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? For some of you, you really are thinking of moving. In that case, if that's, oh, we have Two of Wands here as well. Or it could be a new adventure as well, like a new direction you want to go. Interesting. In that case, you are in a very strong position. You are fine. I don't feel like you need to feel in a rush, because I see with the Strength card and the Four of Coins that you're hanging on to your security just fine. You have strength. You have protection. So it's not like you're in any kind of rush. Maybe it's more like with this Two of Wands times two, you're looking at this as an opportunity. It's almost like something may have happened that actually turns out to be an opportunity. As you think about adventures, where do I want to take my life next? This can be literally or figuratively. Where do I want to take my life next? What is the more important goal for me, or the more important path for me? There's sometimes great value in events that shake things up enough to really make you think about possibilities. for the next few years or several years that you hadn't thought of. And sometimes that, just thinking about that or opening your mind up to different possibilities, you start to get a little excited. Like, wow, this could, wow, this could, I didn't even realize I had these choices. You know, it can be like that. So actually, I almost feel like your reading is one of taking a situation that makes you feel less secure and actually turning it into a situation where new adventures can come in. Let me see. Oh, whoops. Gotta put that right. Oh, we have the Strength card again. We have the Strength card again. So do not worry. You are in a very strong position. I don't know what it is that sort of changed your outlook a little bit, made you wonder about taking a different path or a new path, or maybe it just pushes you more in one direction. Maybe there were two sort of paths, two plans, two things that are important to you, but it pushes yourself more into valuing one over the other. Like, okay, but this is the more important priority. Because the Two of Wands, a lot of times that is also our two main priorities. And sometimes it takes something that makes us feel less secure, even though we are indeed protected, to go, oh, you know, maybe it's now becoming very clear what my main priority is. So what's this Four of Wands? Oh, wait, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, for some of you, this is a move or a change in your home. But then again, it can be like the Four of Wands can also be a wonderful family gathering, a rite of passage. It can be a marriage. It can be a graduation. It can be a retirement party. It can be, you know, all kinds of things like that. So yeah, there's a new era you're coming into, I see. And I see a relationship being very important in that. I see that you're somebody who's resourceful. I see that you're somebody who can do this, who can take a challenging situation or a change that was unexpected and turn it into new opportunities, you know? And you're going to be fine, obviously, with the Four of Coins and the Queen of Cups. In other words, you're also going to be emotionally fine. A lot of you, whatever this Tower is, it might rush by you. You know, whatever is going on does not, yeah, it's just like, sort of like the wind here that's moving the clouds. It doesn't result in this person losing a thing. And the Queen of Cups, whatever tumult there is, just kind of goes by her, right? And she keeps her cool. So for some of you, this is whatever it is that is changing, you know, you're fine. It's not changing a whole heck of a lot for you, actually, for some of you. Maybe it just makes it clear which is your main priority and which is most important to you. Maybe many of you have the Two of Wands and they're both in your life. You know, both main priorities are in your life. Both directions, both paths are in your life, but one sort of area of development's more important to you than the other. Let's see. And we have Three of Swords here. Okay, so whatever Tower moment this is, for some of you, it's really something that it's a pain. You know, you don't like it. You may hear about it more than once. The Three of Swords. King of Swords. It might be a sort of a path that's developing, or a story that's developing, or something, or an analysis with a King of Swords that's developing, and it's not, you don't like it. You don't like it. You're going to be fine regardless, but that's just, yeah, and you'll still be okay. You know, you're going to float over the turbulence. So maybe some of this is what you're hearing, what you're thinking with these swords, what you're planning for with the swords. But we come back to, in the end, I think you're very protected and you're fine. And it just sort of opens you up to thinking about what's most important to you and what's available to you as options as well. So that's what I've got, pile number one. I sure hope that is helpful to you. Thank you so very much, and see you next time. Hello and welcome to your reading pile number 2. Now, we're going to change what now to now what to now what does Source have in store? Okay, Tiger's Eye. Place this powerful stone on the third eye during meditation, and high vibrations from the earth and the sun. Oh, I like that. The sun and earth. Layered, right? Enhanced psychic abilities. This has been carried as a protective amulet for centuries. It brings courage and energizes the spirit, balances the chakras. Wonderful. The Tiger's Eye. I like that. Okay, so for the Arcanum deck, we have the Ten of Swords. Something's done and it wasn't pleasant. We have the Devil. We have the Knight Waite. We have the Ace of Wands and the Moon card. With the Light Seers Tarot, we have the Sun. And we have the Page of Coins. Okay, and I will clarify using the Smith-Waite Centennial deck. All right, so let's see. You've got some major arcana here. You've got the Devil, you've got the Moon, you've got the Sun. So, like I said, obviously there has been something that hasn't been pleasant, but it looks like the 10 is like a turning point, though. It's a completion. Maybe it's sort of like you've been hearing things that are wounding, or that can also be the Martyr card. Too much self-sacrifice, it's brought you down. Maybe you got sick, something like that. It can also be, I've had enough of, excuse me, yours or somebody else's addictive or obsessive behavior. It can also be, I'm fed up, I'm done with that. The Devil a lot of times are obsessive worries, obsessive thinking, excessive patterns, behaviors. And it can be yours or somebody else's who's in your life you're kind of tied to. So it could be for many of you that this is sort of like, okay, I've had enough of thinking and overthinking, and we're done with that, with that Ten of Swords. But it can be you were bedeviled by somebody as well, and you're done with that too. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Ooh, you are at a turning point, pile number 2. If you have felt bedeviled lately, a little embattled, a little beleaguered, it's kind of taken its toll, guess what? You picked up this reading because you know that a new beginning is coming in. You know that this is going to be fertile ground to birth something life-giving and new, a new development. I like that. And then we have Ace of Wands, sort of like your soul is also kind of coming in saying, here's new energy, here's a new goal, here's a new idea, here's new enthusiasm. All right, new opportunity. Oh, and hope is coming in too. Jeepers, you're really turning a corner here. Yeah, isn't it weird how sometimes with our brains, our human brains, a certain pattern can really kind of get us. And then all at once, we're so fed up with it. That's what the Devil does for us. He is important in the cycle of change and rebirth for us because he cranks up the heat and he makes it more uncomfortable for us till we're ready to move into a whole different way of thinking. Really, that's the purpose of the Devil. So there is nothing wrong with that cycle. We don't like that part of the cycle, but boy, it is wonderful when we use it to launch ourselves into a more hopeful, more life-giving kind of path. And we have the Moon card here too, meaning, let me look. 5 of Coins, It might be hard for you to see ahead regarding your security, your health, or your wealth. But the Moon and it doesn't matter, because it looks like with these major arcana, with the Ace of Wands and the Moon, your intuition is telling you, and actually an opportunity is coming in. It's not so much lack. If you feel like you're shut out of something or there's lack there, that's ending. We're coming into something different. Your intuition, you go with your intuition. It's very strong here about this. And we're coming into something different, I know, because we have the Page of Coins right here. New opportunity, new security, new stability, new health. You know, we have something new, a new direction here, a new goal. Yeah, and we have a hopeful, life-giving. So something is coming through for you, pile number 2, for sure. If whether that's news is coming to you, or this is a new revelation you're having, a new understanding you're having, you obviously went through something that had you worrying a lot or thinking a lot or something, and or in a pattern you didn't feel like you had a lot of control over. But then, guess what? Out of that comes rebirth of energy, rebirth of hope, rebirth of increased security, and the sun on your face. This is the favor of the universe. Maybe your faith in Source to really love you and approve of you and smile favor upon you, maybe that has been reborn. Because you know what? It can be as soon as we let that in. It's always there for us. Source always approves of us. Source always loves us. Source always sees the goodness of who we are. Could care less about what we worry about. You know, what we worry about is that's our ego worrying about that. And that's other people's egos telling us we should worry about that or think about that. But really, Source just loves us purely, like we're a child, a blameless child. You know, the rider Waite has the baby naked on the back of the horse, just overjoyed, just taking a horse ride through the garden. So that's how we're seen as by Source. Sometimes we have to move all the painful thoughts out of the way. Yeah, and then we can come into this. And if you're wondering how to come into that, it looks to me like possibly spending time with people who are good for you, who lift your spirits. That's important. Using your intuition, right? Going for a walk or getting in touch with your emotions, your intuition, very important. It's like the wisdom is right there. In your intuition, the wisdom of Source is right there. And it says, I am favored, I am good, I am beloved. It says, I actually have greater security coming in. I've got a good plan for that. Here it comes. I see it. It actually says, I have good intuition and I should be hopeful. I have the ability to have wonderful new things born into my life. So I see the evolution of a new way of thinking here just during this reading. It's wonderful. Yeah, let me look at this one quick. Yeah, you are somebody who can really move through difficult things and come up on top, I see, with that King of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is the new beginning. The Page of Coins is the new beginning. For some of you, you've had some financial or health issues, but look at this. You're coming through them. You're absolutely coming through them. And you know, you are a person who is purposeful. You will not, you don't just give up. That's not you. Even if there's a moment where you feel like, oh, you know, I've had enough. That's okay. That's just the darkness before the dawn. That's all that is. Yeah. So I feel like pile number 2, you know that a new beginning is coming in for you. You know that you're actually full of life here. Yes. I like it. Well, thank you so much, pile number 2. You have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 3. All right, on turning your now what into now what may come, we have the Sunstone. This stone will give you light in times of darkness and help lead you to a better emotional state. You can feel its healing power warming your spiritual self, just like the sun in the sky. The Sunstone may energize your immune system, kickstarting natural healing. I like that. All right, so that's the gift from your higher self, your source today. Okay, so from the Arcanum deck, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Judgment Angel. Okay, from the Night Waite, we have the Six of Wands, and we have the Queen of Wands. From the Light Seers, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Devil. Okay, and I will clarify using the Smith-Waite Centennial deck. All right, let us see. We've got the Judgment Angel, we've got the Devil. All right, we've got the Seven of Swords. We've also got this Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups, though. We've got some really powerful, mature energy from you. Okay, and we've got a victory with the Six of Wands. All right, so what I am seeing here is you have clarity and good judgment about something that is going on underneath the surface here. It might have to do with work for some of you, because the Seven of Coins a lot of times is work and maybe some unhappiness with your work, perhaps. There might be something going on under the surface, very gradually though, and you've got temperance and good judgment about it. I just feel like there might be a part of you that senses there's something happening, and it could have to do with work or with your harvest. But you know to behave temperately and wisely. I almost feel like it's not like something sudden or anything like that. It's just that you are somebody who sees depth, right? You're the Queen of Cups. So you're somebody who can see things on a deeper level, see the multifaceted parts of a situation, and you keep your own counsel, though, with that Queen of Cups, right? She's got the lid on the cup usually. And you've got temperance and good judgment. So if there's any situation going on around you, especially regarding your work or your harvest, your money, please know that you do understand what's going on. You're handling yourself wisely and temperately. There's nothing, I don't feel like there's anything you need to do right now. It will work out for you. We have the Six of Wands. It will work out for you. I feel like gradually things become clear with it. Let me see. You are the, Queen of Wands times 2. I was just about to comment. You are the kind of person who you are quite purposeful, and you do have the maturity of knowing what your main priority is, following it. You do follow your goals. You do achieve them. You do accomplish them. And you have that competence. You've done that throughout your life. So for you, victory is quite likely then, right? I don't think you need to worry, because we have good judgment here. Yep, the High Priestess, your gut is telling you everything you need to know. Yep, along with the Queen of Cups, right? Your intuition is quite well developed. And so you might find that you're the kind of person you almost wish you didn't pick up on everything sometimes, because there's a lot of things that can be going underneath the surface. There even can be people who are kind of trying to take more than their fair share or be sneaky or what have you. And you know it. You pick up on this. But you also have the maturity and the good judgment to not blow things out of proportion. You know what I mean? To be able to behave very temperately, and you tend to have victories anyway. It's like that. What is this Devil card, though? We have Queen of Cups time. Oh my gosh, pile number 3. Whew, they really mean it. They are giving you compliments. So you've got, you've got maturity of purpose, and you've got maturity of intuition, insight, compassion, understanding about yourself and other people. So I think that you do see everything going on. You know, you have this way of almost seeing right into the people around you, and you know what's going on with them. But you know what? A lot of times they don't know it because you're also quite kind. You're also quite compassionate. And it's not like you have good judgment, you use good judgment, but you're very temperate with that. You know, you're not somebody who's just going to like tell somebody off, you know, necessarily. Not to say you never would, because you do have that Queen of Wands. I mean, you can have fire if you need to have fire. But I feel like you're somebody who generally takes the more temperate, even route, and you sort of know what's going on in people, what's not about you, what's about them. You sort of know, even if there may be another person who, or a situation where somebody is going to have something happen that they don't see coming. I don't know if that's at work or if where that is, but that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you. You know what I mean? Because you tend to find the victories. So what's this Devil though? It's sometimes, yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, bedeviled. So you're I feel like it's almost like you're watching a situation though, pile number 3. It's like you're observing a situation that is sort of bedeviling, that is worrisome for some people, that is indeed, there's some underhanded stuff happening that could be bedeviling, but you're seeing it more as part of natural change, part of a change, a wheel of fortune that's turning. You draw upon your incredible intuition, your insightfulness. You draw upon that to see the bigger picture, and to see that there's actually something in your life, and I feel like it's something you're observing. You won't be harmed by it, but I feel like it's something you're observing that is changing. It's just a new era is coming in, and I think you see that. So you can really kind of rise above the bedevilment. Yeah. And you know that you're divinely strengthened and protected. So you are really relying on a spiritual knowing here, and you're relying on your divinity and the divinity of Source to really, you know you're protected. You know you're going to be okay. Yes. So you kind of just let the tumult rush by you. You observe. You have been through storms before, and you are somebody who just, you know, you've learned to let them go by, let them rush by when they're not your storm, I feel like. And you stay grounded in what your main priority is, and you feel good about that, and you are very kind and very caring. It's just, there's nothing wrong with using the advantage that you have in your developed intuition, in understanding what's going on, but I just don't feel like you have to be involved in it. I just feel very strongly like you have a victory regardless. And you can see beyond the bedevilment. You can see into the new era. Yeah, even if it takes a while with that 4 of Cups. Yep. So I guess thank goodness you have the wisdom that you have, because you are correct. All right. Well, I hope that's helpful to you, pile number 3. I thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.